Hello friends, welcome to this new project on decision tree classifier in which we are going to identify the diabetic patients based on their some health records. So to give you a brief introduction about decision tree, what decision tree actually is, it is a kind of supervised machine learning algorithm. What it does is that it actually takes individual features from your data set and tries to ask questions to it, and by asking questions to it, it goes on splitting it to an interior nodes, and the decision making power whether the answer will go towards the left or right is been defined in the interior node, and the node at the end which classifies a certain problem as yes or no is inside the leaf node. So the working of decision tree is very simple, but to go inside deeply in decision tree is not in scope of this video. So I'll suggest you that you go through thoroughly through decision tree on the internet, and then you start with this project. So now we'll see something about the data set. The data set is available on the Kaggle website. This is the data set about Indian women, and the columns in the data set are the number of pregnancies, the glucose level in their body, blood pressure, skin thickness, insulin, BMI, diabetes pedigree function, then age, and the final variable, that is the outcome. So I will leave the link for this data set in the description below, and you can download the data set from there and go on with the rest of the video. So you should note that in the data set we have one target variable, that is the outcome class variable, which is either 0 or 1, which specifies that so whether the patient has diabetes or not. So let's start with the project. So I have already downloaded the CSV file, so you can see that there is no column specified inside the CSV file. Just we are given the feature variables and there is the target variable. So we have to do some pre-processing work in pandas so that we can fit the data into our scikit-learn model. So the first step is to load all the dependencies or all the libraries that we will be needing for this video. So for this video we will be requiring the pandas library. Then from the scikit-learn tree model we will be importing the decision tree classifier. Then from the scikit-learn model we will be requiring the train test split model, and then from the scikit-learn itself we will be importing the metrics to check how for the accuracy of the model. So I will import all these dependencies and we'll go to the next part. So all our dependencies are in. So now what we'll do is that since you have seen in the CSV file that there was no column names given for the data set, so what I've done is that I have already written all the column names here and I have stored them in a Python list. So we'll just copy that and we will define it as a variable. So once the variable has been loaded, so we will define a new object as data frame and we'll use the pandas read CSV function, and we'll specify the name of the data set. So the name of the data set is PIMA Indians. So you should note that it should be in the same directory where you are creating the project, or else you will need to give some path to the project. So once the data set has been read, so you have to specify whether you have some header or not. So I'll give it as none. And since we have defined all the names in the column name for the feature and the target variable, so in the names attribute we will be giving this call names. So now as the data set has been loaded inside this df variable, we will see what is inside the data set using the head method, and you can see that the data set looks fine. We can also see using the describe method, and this will give you some important insights or exploratory data analysis about the data set that you have regarding the count, mean, standard deviation, minimum values. Then 25% of data lies about what point, 50% of data lies about what point, 75% of data lies about what point, and the maximum data in individual features as well as target variable. So now the next step is to split the data set into the feature and the target variable so that we can apply a train test split on that model. Quickly, I will segregate the two variables of the features part in the x and in the y for the target variable, and all the features that I want to include in the x part is the columns of pregnancy, insulin, BMI, age, glucose, BP, and pedigree. So now we have already separated the features part and we have stored it inside this x variable, and this y variable is having the label part of the data. So now we'll apply the train test split function that we have imported from scikit-learn, and we will apply it on the training and testing. We'll split the data into training and testing part, and we'll provide it with this feature variable, that is x and y. So now we have splitted the data into the x train, x test, y train, and y test, and we have provided these two variables, and the test size specifies that the training data will be of 80% and the testing data will be of 20%. So we'll run this thing. So we have splitted it, and now what we'll do is that we will create a decision tree classifier, and we will provide it with an max entropy of 3, and the base of classification will be entropy. So what is this? I will show you in a second. So we have initialized a new object, and that is based on the decision tree classifier, and the attributes that we have given in this is the entropy. So you can also classify the decision tree on the basis of the Gini. So if you want to know about this entropy and Gini, you can go and research on about the decision tree classifier and how it classifies your data on the basis of the criterion of entropy and Gini. And the next attribute is the max depth. So if we don't give any depth, so by default the data might get very underfitted, and if we specify the max depth as very high, so it may get overfitted. So this is not good for our model, so we will be specifying some max depth of 3 here. So the next part is that we will be fitting our training data in the CLF object using the fit method. And in the same part, we will also be predicting in a new variable using the clf.predict method. And what this predict method will do is that it will predict the response for the x test part, that was the 20% of the testing data of the feature variables of the data set, and it will store it inside this predict variable. Now our data has been fitted and the prediction has been stored inside this y predict. So now we'll check for the model accuracy, how much accurate our model has been. So we'll print using the matrix module that we imported from the scikit-learn. We will be using the accuracy score, and we will be providing it with two arguments, that is the y test that we predicted here, and the y test that we splitted inside this train test split part. So when you run this line, you can see that we get an accuracy of 0.79%, that is approximately equal to 80%. So our model is around 80% accurate in calculating whether the person has diabetes or not on an unseen data. So to check what our output has been, so on the y predicted, so this is our output on the remaining 20% of the data. And as you know that 0 specifies that the person is not having diabetes, whereas the 1 specifies that the person is having diabetes, and this model is around 80% accurate in predicting that. So there are definitely some pros and cons with each and every machine learning model. Same way the decision tree also has some pros and cons. So some of them are that it is not very nice to fit a decision tree model on data which is not very widely dispersed. So there are many other such things. You can search for them on the internet, and I am sure that you have learned enough in this video, and you will try this same project on your end. And if you still have any doubts regarding this video, feel free to write in the comment section. I'll try to solve them. So if you like my work, please do hit the like, share and subscribe button, and we are going to build more such interesting video in future. So see you there.